climbed over another stile after following a track there. Like I said, later, over the other side of this big field, there's a parallel route I'll be coming along against, but a couple of hours time yet because we've got bits to do over here. I'm not doing a track that I normally always do today, so it's not really plan A as such. I'm diverting to another plan where I go through the field over there. I think it's called Higher Pits Farm. Because normally I just keep going across the fields. But today I felt like walking through the farm. So because I used to bump into this lovely collie there, but I think he's been gone a while now. I don't even know if the same people are there. But it's just beautiful Somerset, everyone. We've got some sheep out grazing. The reeds here, or the long grasses rather. Blue sky. A lovely crisp ground. And I feel that this is I've made the right decision to come out and exercise my rib cage, clear my breathing airways, enjoy the beauty, and this is what is the healer, I'm afraid. I'm trying to be sensible, because the thing is, when you're a walker like me, and you can walk for 8 hours usually, and you go for miles and miles, you've got to remember when you're not 100%. I've moved up from 75%. I reckon I'm more like 90, between 90 and 95 at the moment. And getting stronger. I've been taking lots of fluids. I've been eating. I've been exercising. And during the bad phase of it, I was doing lots of rib exercises to get the muscles around the intercostal muscles of the rib cage moving. And that shifts muck. It stops you getting chest infections. You don't want muck lurking in your lungs. See, a lot of people, they take to their bed, which sometimes you do in the early parts of it, and you just want to have your hot water bottle, and all that. But you must come to the stage where you have to say, look, no, you must now do some physiotherapy. I learned all these sort of things, as a nurse, working on respiratory wards, working with physiotherapists, and learning prevention. It's like I do these simple knee and neck exercises now. So I'm not going to stiffen up like my neck and knees. There's such a thing as you get older, everything starts to stiffen. Well, you can do these short exercises and they work. And when I was feeling quite rough, I was doing and I knew I couldn't do a big walk, although I had done one, by the way. I did one on the Quantocks, 5.5 high, not just on the flat. It was all uphill. And I don't know if that was good or bad. But the following week I was still rough, and I had a really bad time when I went to the woods. I went up there, it helped though. The wood helped me because I needed oxygen. I badly needed fresh oxygen, which I got from the trees. Because when you live in a flat, it's a bit like living in a box if you haven't got a garden. I don't live in a horrible flat. I mean, I've got a nice view of a garden, but it's not mine. I'm close to the sea, but you can feel trapped, like you're in a box. And when I'm doing my tree work, my hobby, I don't really notice it, but that's why I have regular walks. You've got to keep the rib cage moving. So important, especially as we get older and more immobile. When you see these old people stuck in chairs, in their, and falling asleep. I know some homes do provide physio for old people, and I could be classed as old, by the way. Now there are some people my age who are immobile, even younger, in their 50s. You get labelled very quickly, and as soon as you become immobile, you're often seen as a vegetable. I hope it didn't happen to me. So I'm training myself to do these basic exercises, and while I can, walk. Are you asleep yet? Zara said, Mum, you got your teacher head on. I know. Now that's plan A when I go that way. Go across another 2 or 3 fields and curve round. But today, we've got to watch out. I saw 2 motorbikes going along here a minute ago. Whether they're allowed to or not, I don't know. They might be delivering food to people out in the sticks. Do you know what I mean? Up from Cheddar on their bikes, delivering a pizza. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised. You can get one delivered by mobile, I think, if you're in London. I don't know if that's true. So this is an old drove. It's got a name, but I can't remember it until I get home and look on the map. It's got a name, this drove. And I'll be coming back a part of it later. So I'm going towards the farm, Higher Pits Farm. And I'm going to walk through the farm. And then I'm going down into a part of Ebbor Gorge, but I'm not going deep down into the gorge today. Now the wind has picked up since we've moved. I've decided to cut out a section of it. I don't like cutting out sections because I actually enjoy the whole walk. But I am trying to be sensible as well. So basically what I'm doing is I'm going to cut through the farm now, go down towards Ebbor Gorge, go to the cliff edge and take some photos, then walk back a bit. There's this little track I know. There's a little bit of a climb, and then I'll emerge on a field with a path that eventually, after a few fields, it will bring me back onto this track but further along. Then I will come back on this track, but I won't be coming back to where I was a minute ago. I'm going on the parallel route back. But I'm not going to put myself through going down the steep gorge. It's even worse coming up it. I definitely wouldn't have done it that way round, even if I was decided to do it. I wouldn't have done the steep climb. There's the farm over there. We're going to be walking through that in a minute. Higher Pits. I wouldn't be surprised if those motorbikes don't come back again in a minute. So I'm going to turn off now, folks. Still horrors going on in the world, by the way. Lots of killing and all sorts of things. People flogging weapons. People using weapons. People dying. Being murdered by, and Gaza almost doesn't exist. It's been rubberized, and the people are in a terrible, terrible state. I'm afraid it's genocide, it's murder, it's war crime. They are fighting the people who can't even defend themselves. They talk about this Hamas lot. Anyway, we won't go on to that because it's a beautiful day. Over and out for now. I'll come back on again in a minute when I'm near the farm. It is Higher Pits Farm, everyone. I'm going to walk through now. If I'd gone the other way, a couple of fields over, I would have been walking along where those trees are, along the track. I'm just cutting out a little bit today, and a little bit at the other end. That's all I'm doing today, and then coming back along that track. And then along the parallel route back to Lower Pits Farm and back to St Lawrence Church and home. like I said, I haven't seen, I don't know who runs, I don't know if it's wild dogs or anything. Hopefully not. Footpath. It is a designated pathway, by the way, is it? Yeah. It always looks very bleak, this place. There used to be a really lovely lady here with her dog, though. And they were always smiling. She used to grow lots of flowers. It was, you know, really nice to walk through. I don't know if they exist anymore, but it just looks so, I don't know, industrial. I don't like how it looks now with all these big barns. But it's a big working farm probably, and there's some cottages just round beyond this fence here. Oh look, someone's, oh god, maybe she died. Oh god, look at that. Maybe she died, that lovely lady. I reckon it was her. Oh god, look. In loving memory of Susan Edwards, 1944 to 2024. A wonderful wife, mother and grandmother. We had 64 years together, so she did die. I was just saying about her, what a lovely lady she was. How nice to have that here for her. I wonder if her dog was a special godmother. Oh, isn't that lovely, everyone? Oh, hi, Susan. I'm sure it's you that you always used to greet me when I came by with a lovely smile and a little bit of, we used to have a chat. God, you're only 8 years older than me. What a beautiful lady. What a lovely place to be buried in your own farm. Isn't that lovely? And be able to maintain it yourself. Oh, I'm going to take a picture now. I was just talking about this lady and the dog, the Collie. And that's one of the reasons I came through here, just wondering if they were still about. But they hadn't been about the last time I came. They weren't here. But I don't come here all the time because I normally do Route A, which is across that way, but sometimes I've come back this way. And the dog used to follow me all the way, the Collie, and then he would sort of settle about here actually, and then watch me leave. He would sort of settle here, and the lady would go in. She was always busy in her garden, was she? Yeah. She was lovely. She always used to talk to me when I came past. I feel quite sad actually. Do you? Yeah, I do. Anyway, here's the signs. Look, lots of people will pass her, and lots of people will remember her as well. Walkers. I expect a lot of people have got lost and used to ask her for guidance. Yeah, this is their garden. Yeah. The cottage was always very pretty. I just thought the rest of the farm looked a bit sad, really. You know, a bit too dominating with the barns. Yeah, look, the greenhouses. Yeah, like I said, the dog would follow me. The dog knew when I was coming, and yeah, and I chat with the lady. Here's some of the cottages that's about here. Well, I never expected that. So that's about a year ago. I can't remember the date now when I look at it. I can't remember, but maybe she'd been ill for a couple of years then. She'd been married for 64 years. Yeah, I can remember her. I can remember her walking with me here, actually, hanging on the dog. And I can remember her tending the garden. Seems empty now, doesn't it? It's a quietness. Although perhaps they are walking with me now. Saying, that's right, Sheila, I'm glad you're enjoying your walk. I feel quite sad. You know, I'm out in the country and I was remembering this woman and the dog. And then I come across the grave. It was like, I really wasn't expecting it. But I remember the dog so well. And the woman doing her gardening. I felt really sad. That's a part of your little life when you're a walker. You meet the people in the countryside when you're out and you chat to them. And I just remember how friendly she was. How very friendly, and a lovely, lovely smile, and a beautiful dog. And yeah, so that's the little farmhouse where they lived. There's part of it there and part of it there, look. I wonder how he's getting on. He must be in his 70s as well, or 80s. They might have children who've taken over the farm, who knows. There's enough room in that grave for him as well, I would have thought. And if this has been a family farm for a long time, how nice to be buried in your own soil. It's a lovely thing to be able to do. A couple of black sheep, black calves in there. We follow this route. Big sign up, they always made it very clear so you knew where you were going. Of course, over the horizon there, which we won't really see today, and I haven't got the zoom lens yet, is the city of Wells, W-E-L-L-S, with the big cathedral. Of course, when I was busing a lot, I used to get off at Wells and then walk back to Cheddar and pick the bus back up. It was a day's hike. And I can see Glastonbury. Personally, I can see Glastonbury there. I might be able to get some shots of it for a change. Yeah, Glastonbury and Wells. Oh, bye, lady and dog. I'm glad I found your grave. I can say hi to you now every time I come past. I can still say hi. And your spirit will be here. Your spirit will be here. Yeah, I don't forget people, see? I've never forgotten her and the dog. Never forgotten them. Oh, he's not coming in near, is you? I'll get a move on. Yeah, I can see Glastonbury for a change. It doesn't look so high up as usual. Does it? No. Yeah, hello. I see you. I see you. Yeah. You speaking? It would have been nice to have seen the farmer today, I think. Because I would have expressed my sorrow to him in a way, because just remember their lovely friendliness. I really notice when people are friendly. I notice when they're not, but it's always nice to remember those friendly types. Look at him, he wants to get through. He'd get in here, he'd chase me, he would. He's naughty, you can see. He's mischievous. Is he getting in? I reckon he'll be in here in a minute. He's pushing his way through. Right, I'm just going to take a picture of the... Let me just stop a minute.